I'm Ryan, 28 years old, and I never thought I'd hear my mother yelling through my apartment door like a police officer on a raid. It was a rainy Saturday morning when it happened, one of those quiet mornings when you just want to sleep in. But that peace shattered the moment I heard pounding on my door and my mother's frantic voice screaming, "Break down the door! This is our son's apartment." I jumped out of bed, heart racing. My girlfriend Emily looked at me half awake, confused. "Ryan, what's going on?" I have no idea," I stammered, rushing toward the door. The pounding grew louder. I could hear my father's deep voice and my older brother Mark yelling something too. I opened the door, and before I could say a word, my mother pushed past me, eyes wide and filled with tears. "Oh, thank God you're alive," she gasped. My dad stood behind her, rain dripping from his jacket, his face tense. Mark was holding a crowbar like he was ready to use it. "What on earth are you all doing here?" I asked, completely lost. Mom looked around my apartment like she expected to find something terrible. "We thought, you... Oh my God, Ryan, we thought something happened to you." Emily came out of the bedroom, startled but polite. "Mrs. Carter, what's wrong?" Mom turned to her, trembling. "I got a call at 6 a.m. from an unknown number. The man said, 'I'm sorry for your loss. Your son's gone.' He said your name, Ryan. Then the line went dead." My stomach dropped. "What?" Dad rubbed his forehead. "We tried calling you. Over and over. It kept going to voicemail. Then Mark checked your location, and it showed you were here. When you didn't answer, your mom lost it and thought, well, something terrible happened." Emily's eyes widened. "Oh my God. Your phone's still in the kitchen. It died last night." I walked over and picked it up. It was completely dead. My mother sat down on the couch, shaking, trying to catch her breath. "I thought I'd lost you," she whispered. "I told your father we had to break the door if we had to. I couldn't stand not knowing." Mark leaned the crowbar against the wall, finally breathing out. "You scared us half to death, man." I sat beside my mother, still trying to process everything. "Mom, who called you? Did you save the number?" She handed me her phone. I looked at the call log. It was a blocked number, no trace. My dad frowned. Probably a sick prank. People do crazy things. But something about the way she described the call didn't sit right. She said the man's voice was calm, almost too calm. Emily made tea for everyone as the room slowly settled. My mom kept staring at me as if I'd vanish if she blinked. "I'm sorry," she said softly. "We didn't mean to storm in. I just panicked." "It's okay," I said, though my heart still pounded. "I'd rather you care too much than not enough." After they left, I couldn't shake the unease. Who would make a call like that? And how did they know my full name? I tried to brush it off as a random prank, but later that afternoon, when I checked my email, I saw something that froze me. There was a message from an unknown address with the subject line, "Next time, answer your phone." I clicked it open. There was only one line inside. "Now you know how it feels to think you've lost someone." I showed it to Emily immediately. Her face went pale. "Ryan, that's not random. That's someone who knows you." I racked my brain. I hadn't had any major fights or arguments lately. No enemies. But then something clicked. 2 weeks ago, I had stopped helping a guy named Kyle, a coworker who'd been borrowing money from me repeatedly. The last time he asked, I'd said no, and he'd snapped, saying I'd regret it. I checked the email address again. It wasn't his name, but the initials matched. My chest tightened. "I think I know who did this." Emily frowned. "That's sick, Ryan. He made your family think you were dead." I didn't reply. Instead, I took screenshots of everything and went straight to HR the next day. They traced the email to a temporary account created on the company Wi-Fi, exactly what I suspected. Kyle was fired the same week, and management contacted the police. When I told my parents, Mom started crying again, but this time, it was out of relief. "I'm just glad you're okay," she said. "I don't care about anything else." That night, as I locked the door before bed, I stood for a moment, listening to the quiet. Emily came up behind me and said softly, "Your mom may have scared you half to death, but she saved you too. If she hadn't come, you'd never have checked that email. She was right. That thought stayed with me. Sometimes, the people who break down your doors aren't invading your space. They're breaking through the silence that could have swallowed you whole. And that night, as I fell asleep, I realized something simple yet powerful. I'd rather have a mother who panics too much than one who doesn't panic at all.